Hello, this is Bob Scribner from Sprague coming to you from our shop on a rainy April afternoon in 2011. As you can see, all our trucks are in here because people are working in the shop. Oh, I'm going a little too fast there, sorry about that. Working in the shop. Now what we do on rain days here at Sprague is we make all our items that go on your house. So say you order anything copper, we make it in our shop. We have a full working shop. We'll go through that in a minute. And because when it's nice out, we want to be on your property. So for the most part, if you order any kind of a copper project from us, 30% of it is done inside the shop. We do that because we want to work every day. Our guys want 45 to 50 hours a week. Plus we try to minimize the disruption at your property and do as much as we can in the shop. We try to paint if we can in the shop, make all our gutters, anything we can. Over here, we have a power vent we're going to install in someone's house. We ordered it in. It's a solar one. So hopefully there's no wiring. Over here, Dean made some gutter line. Hold on, Dean. Dean made some gutter liners, and you can see on the end here, it's all gray like this. What he's doing right now is he's putting them on a board so we can tape them and put them on the truck. You see how the end's all gray? That's called pre-tinned. So when these two match up, because copper's 10 feet and the thing we're working on is 20 to 30 feet, you pre-tin, then you weld them together, which is called soldering. So that way it's less chance to leak. Over here is just some storage we have. Over here you can see these three gutters. These are built-in gutters and fascia-mounted gutters that we made. They're for a job. We'll probably start installing the job towards the end of next week. If you look at this gutter right here, you see that flange up in the back? That's this flange right here. That's called a built-in gutter. What that does is you see this gutter, and then that part, that upper flange, either goes under slate or shingle. The big advantage to that is next winter when the snow's pounding your house again and the gutter fills up with ice, it's less likely to push under the slate into the house. Over here is a fascia mounted gutter. You can see there's no flange on the back right there. And again, it's just going to mount to the fascia board so water theoretically could force up under the slate, but there's a different part of the house. This is what the homeowner decided to go with. Over here, Eric is working on a gutter for a house in Belmont. What's unique about this one is you see this, how big this back bend, and see if I can get a better picture here for you. That back bend, this house is a mansard house, so the gutter's going to go up the fascia board and it's going to go under the slate. That way we don't have to elongate the roof at all, and when that fills up with water and ice and snow next winter, it won't leak into the house. The homeowner now has a major leak problem. Over here is our stockpile for all our copper. We buy it by the crate. That allows us to get the best possible pricing on all our copper. And as you know, copper is a hot commodity right now, so it's hard to get. We have our own slates up on the wall here. We get those, we either buy them from a vendor, or when we take off people's property that want to switch to shingle, we keep the slates. It's nice when we can get those because if they're in New England, preferably Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire, they'll have the same pollution on them and they'll look exactly the same. When we get slates from different parts of the country, they don't always look the same. Jim over here is making the dogs. What that is, that's the copper bar that goes from holds the gutter together, attaches the gutter to the house. I'll show you those in a minute. Over here we're making gutters on the break. We're actually punching holes in them for the dogs. And if we look over here, here's our just little supplies of stuff. Here's the sign we used to have. Look at it, the sign's so old that doesn't even have an area code on it, and people could just call it back then. We've been in business for 42 years, but the two numbers we had back then, you didn't even need an area code. This here's a little gutter we made. This is called coated copper. Let me back up a little for you. The advantage to using this is it's paintable. If you don't want to see the red, it's paintable. You can see this gutter is only about 35 inches long. And the reason we're putting this gutter up is this person has the whole house. You know, it's a good sized house. Dumps, there's two dormers. This fits between the dormer, and the ice is ripped off the gutter in that spot twice. So we rebuilt the gutter, and he said it's got the flange on it, so go underneath the roof. We'll nail it through the top here and through the dogs, so that way it's less likely to ever get ripped off again. Thank you.